Deep in the heart of the Romanian forests, where the trees bend under the weight of their ancient history, two American friends, Emily and Sarah, decided to spend a week away from the hustle and bustle of city life. They dreamed of the peace and solitude that only the dense Carpathian forests could offer. The first 2 days were filled with silence and the beauty of nature. The girls enjoyed the whisper of the wind in the leaves, filling the air with the aromas of wild mint and forest flowers. But on the third night, their world was engulfed by a strange and incomprehensible sound, a howl that resembled no sound of any known animal. Their hearts raced with fear, and the sound pierced their dreams, getting ominously closer with each passing minute. Rising with the first rays of dawn, the girls decided to investigate the source of this mysterious howling. Sneaking through the thickets, they stumbled upon a terrifying sight in the distance. They could see a creature, monstrous and unknown, devouring the carcass of some animal. With wide eyes, they observed its long arms, adorned with sharp claws, and huge fangs gleaming in the light of dawn. It was something they had never seen before, and their hearts froze with horror. They called this creature Vulpa, as if echoing ancient legends told in the surrounding villages. An old blind man, encountered by them on the very first day of their adventure, warned them that at this time of year, Vulpa would go out hunting to quench its thirst for blood. But the girls decided that it was just local mysticism, the superstition of an old man with a scar on his face. With each passing day, the girls felt the unknown threat looming closer and closer. It seemed that footsteps were following them from the bushes, and every rustle in the leaves seemed suspicious. They tried to remain calm, but every time they heard the mysterious sound behind them, their hearts skipped a beat. On the 7th day of their stay in the forest, the day they intended to return, Emily and Sarah disappeared. Their loud footsteps suddenly ceased, and the silence of the forest once again enveloped their glen. Searches were futile. Their tracks disappeared, as if swallowed by the shadow of the forest. People from the surrounding villages panicked. The old men recalled their stories about Vulpa, and their warnings now sounded like prophecies. But there was no trace of the friends. The mysterious disappearance of Emily and Sarah remained a puzzle, shrouded in the veil of mysticism and horror, forever unresolved. Several years after the disappearance of Emily and Sarah, a small group of explorers seeks adventure in the depths of the Romanian forests. They had heard local legends about Vulpa and the missing American girls, and decided to uncover the truth. The group included survival experts, experienced travelers, and researchers of local fauna and flora. They were determined and confident in their abilities. The journey began leisurely, but with each passing day the tension grew. Fear enveloped them more and more, especially when night fell. Through the dark branches of the trees, it seemed that the eyes of Vulpa were watching them, thirsting for a new victim. Despite their fears, the group continued their search. They found traces that could belong to the missing girls. Their tracks led deeper into the forest, to places even the bravest among them dared not to explore. One day, when night shrouded the forest in its darkness, the group heard the same ominous howl that the missing girls had heard. They realized they were close to the truth, but something else noticed their presence too. Suddenly, emerging from the darkness, came a figure with long arms and sharp fangs. It was Vulpa. It looked just as terrifying as described by the missing girls. It rushed towards them, whispering ominous words in the darkness, causing their hearts to beat faster with fear. It was at that moment, when all seemed lost, that a strange light entered the Romanian forest. It was a bright glow, pushing back the darkness. Volpa screeched and disappeared into the night. As the light faded, the group saw the figure of an old man with a scar on his face, the one who had warned the missing girls about Volpa. He said that those who dared to unravel the mystery of the forest would always be protected. The group thanked the old man and set off back, leaving the Romanian forest and its secrets behind. But they knew that even though they had not been able to solve all the riddles, they had learned to respect the forces of nature and the ancient legends that permeate the dense thickets of the Carpathians.